We asked our guide if there were any snacks or treats that we should try. It literally tastes like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, it's one of those dark episodes today where we've just seen nothing but cemeteries, hanging coffins, and these coffins in the caves.
Oh, another one.
80.
So she's 80 years old.
80.
87.
Wow.
Good morning everybody and welcome back to the Philippines. We are currently in the area of Banawi, just sitting with some of the locals. Some of them are about 80 to 86 years old wearing their traditional dress, but it's been an amazing way to start the morning.
But their
88.
their main problem is their back because they've planned most of
Yeah.
their life.
So currently getting our last final look at these beautiful rice terraces before we head off to our next stop, which is Sagada.
Alright guys, we've now arrived in Sagada. It took around 3 or 4 hours to get here and we're currently in the highlands of the Philippines. We're going to be here for 2 days, and when we arrived we found that there was this local little marketplace, and we asked our guide if there were any snacks or treats that we should try that's like traditional in this region, and he pointed out 3 and we got all 3 to try.
Can I buy one of these? Thank you so much. I got one of these. Is it 10? Thank you. Oh, that's fine. Thank you so much. It's fine. I can just grab it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Take one.
Our guide also told us about this local coffee house that's meant to make some of the best coffee here in the Philippines. So we're taking our snacks and grabbing a coffee.
So they grow their own beans and prepare all their beans grinded right here in this cafe.
So while we're waiting for our coffees to come, we're going to try the first thing. It's called Linipet, and it's wrapped up in a banana leaf, first thing, and it's like sticky rice, peanut butter. Or people have described it to us like it's like Filipino peanut butter and jelly.
Huh? How do you do that?
It's rice with peanuts. Oh, super sticky. Should I just go for it?
I think so.
It's like purple. It's peanut butter and jelly.
Really? But there's no like jam or anything in there.
It literally tastes like peanut butter and jelly. It's like all nutty and like a glutinous ricey. It basically tastes like
Peanut butter and
peanut
jelly.
butter in like ricey goo.
That good?
So the next thing we're trying is Casava Cake, which is basically made from the cassava root, and I think there's coconut on top. This looks more like cakey. It tastes like a really plain cake, but again, it's really gooey because I think it's like got rice in it again. We were just about to try our third thing, but our coffees have come. We've ordered cappuccinos, and this is the first like coffee that we've ordered that actually looks like a cappuccino.
I know, it's usually just been this
Cheers.
espresso out of a packet. Just live up to the hype.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah?
It's super strong. All right, Steve, I reckon you should try the third thing. It's called Kutsinta, and it is
Gooey.
with steamed rice cakes, as most of them seem to be, and it's basically rice flour and brown sugar, and that's coconut on top.
Pretty much sweet rice goo with a bit of coconut on top. We don't seem to have a lot of desserts like this in Australia, but I'll give it to you. This is super addicting.
Alrighty, everyone wants to know, what do you think of the coffee?
Oh yeah. Award-winning apparently.
Award-winning Filipino coffee.
That's made right here. Oh, that's the best coffee we've had in the Philippines. That is good.
Hey, this is a banana cue.
Oh wow.
Remember when we tried banana cue before, but we didn't have real banana cue?
We should come here for dessert tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's literally just a hole in the wall.
We also have fish balls here. We need to come back here.
Guys, it's like January and
Like deep into January, and there's still a life-size Santa in the reception.
hey, I'm not even mad. I already miss Christmas.
I know, right?
Alrighty guys, thought I'd show you where we're staying for the next couple of nights. As always, got a couple of beds for me and Jess, but let's have a look at the view. Oh nice, so we're pretty much just staying in the village. And there's all these different local houses around us.
I walk this world with broken toes, from my missteps and tortured souls. I learned my way breaking every...
Echo! I'm not very good at it. Did you hear it?
Yeah, cool. Good morning, everybody. It's the next day here in Sagada, and we're currently hiking through the Echo Valley, which started off by walking through the Christian cemetery, which is kind of a hint about what we're going to be doing today, because there are some incredible burial sites here, and they're called the hanging coffins, and I'm sure you can kind of guess what we're about to go and see.
So now we've just arrived into the middle of the valley, and if you actually want to explore here, you need a local guide with you. So Intrepid's actually organised a local guide, so you can't come in here by yourself.
So before Christianity was introduced, the locals here believed in animus, so they believed in the nature, they believed in the animals, and this is how they actually hung their dead. So yes, they've actually got bodies inside those coffins, and some of them date back to older than 100 years, right up to 2010, so not that long ago, like 9 years ago, people were hanging their bodies in here. It's so fascinating to see. Now actually when they prepare their dead, so they believe that when we're born into the fetal position. So when they prepare their dead, they actually wrap them and bind them back into the fetal position. That's why the coffins don't look too big. Some of them are long.
Hello. Echo.
Look at this burial site just here. Just makes you think, how did they get those coffins in there? I don't know if they went from up, down, or down, up. That's a decent way up that cliffside.
Alright, so we've come to this cave, and the locals call it the underground river because there is a river passing right through the cave, and we are about to go trek through it.
Oh, it's cold.
You see me?
Yeah.
You see all the bats in the roof?
Yeah, I saw them before. Oh wow. So it's about 15-20 minutes to walk through this cave. We've currently crossed the river because the river is going through the cave. Bit of an adventure to start our morning. I know it's hard to show up in the camera, but the cave is actually quite wide and it is super tall. You can see why the bats are living up there. The water to the right here, where the exit is, has flooded. So they've kind of built a bit of a makeshift bridge for us over there.
Alrighty guys, we made it through.
How did you go? Miss doesn't like caves and stuff.
It was scary in the middle because you couldn't see the beginning and you couldn't see the exit, but
That was very cool. You made it. I think the last time I went kind of caving was in Malaysia, and I just realized I got leeches. Probably should have checked my feet before I put my socks back on. Cheers, Bobs.
Cheers.
What have we got here?
I can literally smell the lime. This is our first time trying Calamansi. It's like a very popular drink here in the Philippines, and it is made out of these little limes called Calamansi, and I guess they just squeeze it into water or something. Mmm. Yum, that's so good. It's like, like a sweet lime cordial but made with like fresh fruit.
That's good.
Ooh,
after that
like
hike.
it.
Yeah.
It's really good. Oh, they should totally order it if they come to Philippines.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, this is yum.
Oh, that is so good. Is there honey in that?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yum.
that is good.
Seriously, it's like a giant cave full of coffins.
So on our next stop, we've just come to the Lumiang Caves, and rather than it being hanging coffins, they've actually just placed all the coffins just up here, and some of them date back to about 200 years ago. Wow, it's kind of cool, and as you can see, there's this massive cave that it's in, and if you are interested and you have the time, you can do a 4-hour hike through the caves to get to the other side. But yeah, it's one of those dark episodes today where we've just seen nothing but cemeteries, hanging coffins, and these coffins in the caves. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed that little stay at Sagada, but we are slowly making our way back towards Manila. If you didn't know, the island we're on at the moment is humongous, but there is one more adventure that we are doing before we get to Manila.
My first day on Earth, I fell into your eyes. Look at how our galaxies collide. Every color of the spectrum.
And like that, 7 hours later, we are back in a major city. Welcome to Baguio, everybody. Population about 350,000. And yes, it is quite densely populated. And the interesting thing about the city is it's a university town. So a third of the population here are students. So it has a really young vibe to the city.
We're definitely not in the Highlands anymore.
Been to fish markets, been to spice markets, but I don't think I've ever been to a rice market before. Look how many different local styles of rice you can get. I don't even know where to start. Well, here's some like local street market food. We've got a 1-day-old chicken. We got some kway kway there. But the best bit is you can get a snack and it's in the hairdresser. We're walking past the market and this strong Arabica smell just came through. And they have a local coffee shop here with beans growing throughout the region. And because we're doing something special tomorrow, we needed to pick up some coffee because where we're going, there ain't no coffee shops.
It smells so good.
Oh wow.
Alrighty guys, it is currently 6 a.m. and we are about to go and sleep on top of a volcano.
It's going to be a good kind of final end before we head to the islands. Hope you enjoyed the vlog, guys. If you are new around here, hit subscribe and we'll see you next time. Bye!
We're going to be hiking for the next 5 kilometers to the top of the volcano.
Everyone is probably asking, like, that is the volcano just there. Is the water hot?